up, y'all? I'm back with another video for you, and today I'm doing a requested video by my friend Deja. She is amazing and I love her so much. She always is requesting new videos for me to do, and she's been asking for this one. So Deja, this is for you. This is the high-end and drugstore favorite video, and I wanted to just do them putting them on and kind of a get ready with me type style video. So if you want to know what my favorite drugstore and high-end products are, just keep on watching. Okay guys, so for the first thing I do is use this Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 spray. This can prime your face, set your face, and refresh it throughout the day. I only use it as a primer. I have not found another primer that I love, and this helps me keep my foundation on throughout the day. When I read reviews, it only said that it would work on dry skin, but I have oily to combination skin, and it's obviously acne prone, and this thing is amazing. My foundation stays on all day. This is also high-end, if you did not know Too Faced was high-end, and yeah, this is amazing. So if you do not have a primer and can't find one, this is definitely something you need to check out. I just let this dry on my face. It is very like wetting. I don't really know another word for that. So beware, if you don't like that, then I don't think you would like it. But I like it because I feel like it moisturizes my face a lot more, and it just gets the job done. And it also smells amazing. So, and I'm just using this Colts cheerleader audition pamphlet. So what I do next in my routine, I will do my eyebrows, and what I like to use is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Mousse, and this is in taupe. I don't really know any other eyebrows that I like, so if I do have like a dupe that I like, I will request it to y'all and show you if I have it. But this is the only thing I've tried, not the only thing, but this is what I like so far on the eyebrows, and this comes with a brush as well, so that's very handy. Okay, obviously I look really crazy right now, but the next thing I will do is clean them up, and what I like to use is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and this is in the shade Sand Sable. This is Drugstore. Two other concealers that I'm liking is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is in the shade Vanilla, and just kind of looks exactly like this, but not really. And then obviously the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is in the shade Light. And these two are the high end, and then this is the Drugstore. There's also two other concealers by Maybelline that I like, and that is the Age Rewind Concealer, and this is in the shade Fair, and then the Master Conceal by Maybelline as well, and this is in the shade Fair as well. So the reason I don't like these as much as the Fit Me concealer is just because I like the wand compared to like the sponge or just like a tube. So compared to the sponge and tube, I like a wand more, and I just feel like the applicant is very easier to use, and this is just, I don't know, it's just kind of a personal preference. The product itself is amazing though, so if you like a tube or a sponge more, go check these out. I feel like these are all about the same thing. And this one is more yellow, so I like this as a highlighter, so it like corrects and brightens my face as well. But to do my eyebrows, I will use this one just because it's cheaper and I can use it more, and I don't know, I feel like this just can be wasted a lot easier than the other ones because it's cheaper. Okay, so the next step, I will color correct my face, and what I like to use is the Cover Fix and their color correcting stick. This is the shade Peach, and if I feel like my dark circles are a little too much, I will use the orange one, and Color Fix is high-end, so you can find any drugstore ones. Like NYX has a good palette that does it, but I don't use creams as much. I don't know really I know Maybelline one time had sticks as well, but I never could find them anymore, so I don't know if it's still a thing. Then for my acne and acne scarring, I will use this Palladio liquid concealer in green. I like the stick foundation a little bit more. It's easier to blend. I know Maybelline had a line that did this. I don't know if it's still out there. I couldn't find it the last time I was looking, but I know there's a bunch of drugstore type things. I consider this drugstore. It's like $6 to $7, and I found it at Sally's, so it's very cheap. It's not cheap, but it's pretty decent in price. So just go to Sally's and the line is up there. After I do the color correcting, I will either go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer or the Radiance Concealer by NARS, and then I will go in with the Fit Me Concealer over it, and this will just cancel out the color correcting and cancel out all the darkness and everything in general, and I'll do the same thing with my acne scars as well. So with this, I will just go over all my acne little dots. You can see I'm breaking out like crazy lately. I've been stressed and I just, stressed. Therefore, my face is breaking out. If you want a more in-depth color correcting video, let me know in the comments below, and also an updated eyebrow tutorial because my last one was kind of crazy and I've really updated my eyebrow game. So let me know in the comments below, and definitely I will get those out for y'all. So like I said before, I will now go in and cover up all of the color correcting. So first, I'm just going to go in with the NARS Radiance Concealer because I feel like everybody's going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, so I just want to show you all what this one does, just not to be like everybody else. So this one I use just to cover up the color correcting. Because I have acne like crazy, half the time my concealer covers up all my face. So what I do to blend this out, I use the Real Techniques blending sponge. I like the Beauty Blender a little bit more, just how it feels, but this is a really good dupe for it. So this is Drugstore, and obviously the Beauty Blender is high end because it's like 20 bucks. So I will go in with this and blend it out. Then for this little guy up here, I will go in with my little Beauty Blender wherever he is. There he is. And I will just blend out a little bit around it. So keep the concealer on it, but blend out the edges. So just like this little guy, I am wanting to go and cover up some more acne spots that I have that are peeking through a little bit more. And then I want to highlight my under eyes a little bit more to brighten it up and make it look less dark. So I'm going to go with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and do that because this is more of yellow based, and I feel like this is really good because yellow brightens up the face and I feel like it covers things a little bit better. And like I said before, it is cheaper, so I feel like it could waste it a little bit better. again, like before, use the little beauty blender and go around these acne spots and not on top of the actual pimple. And then I'm going with this bigger one and doing my under eyes. So next I will be using my foundation. It's the Fit Me foundation by Maybelline, and I'm in 115 right now as I'm not tan. And this is the matte and poreless one. There's also a dewy one for anyone with dry skin, but this is beyond amazing. This is my favorite foundation ever, and definitely if you need a drugstore foundation for oily skin, definitely get this. But my favorite high-end foundation is the Smashbox Studio Skin, and you can see I'm currently out and I'm just kind of using up all my other foundations before I get a new one of this, because I have so many other foundations that I use. They're all right, they're not my favorite, so I just want to use them up and get them out of here. So I just put this and poured onto my beauty blender, or beauty sponge because it's not a beauty blender, and dab a little bit spot and then bring it down my neck. So what I use to prime my eyelids for my eyeshadow, I use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. And this is the original one, just in the tube. And I just kind of use my finger for this. Nothing special. This is also high-end, if you did not know that. And just a little tip, you want to do this before you set your eyelids or it looks cakey. So the whole thing cut off when I was actually explaining my setting powder. Yay. So what I like to use is the Laura Mercier setting powder. This is high end. I have not found a drugstore powder foundation or setting powder that works as amazing as this does. This is kind of expensive just because it is high end, but it's really worth the money. I know the Coty Airspun setting powder is a good dupe for this, but I hear there is like the smell to it, and that just kind of turns me away from buying it, so I don't buy it, and I've never tried it. But if you're looking for a dupe for this, go check that out and see how it is. But since I've personally not tried that, I really can't tell you if it's good or not, but everybody says it's good, so I assume it is. Also, there is no flashback, so that is a very good thing. Flashback's annoying, and I wish all setting powders had no flashback to it, but and I've already kind of mentioned this in my favorites video. This is the Bronze Booster sculpting palette, and I really need another one, or just like a shade like this, because I'm pretty much out of that. And I also use the Bronze Booster light to medium bronzing thing. These are Drugstore. These are my all-time favorites, and I don't know, I haven't really gotten anything compared to it that I like. The Hoola bronzer is pretty well good. Sometimes I think it gets on a little too muddy. I don't know if it's just how I'm doing it, but sometimes I feel like it's too muddy for me. And then I used to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette a lot, but I'm pretty much out of like all the shades except the darker ones. But the middle shade was my all-time favorite. And I obviously got this before she got the new palette, and you can replace the containers. I don't know what they're called. So these are the high-end, so the Kat Von D and Hoola bronzer that are pretty good, but they're not as good as compared to the Drugstore Bronze Booster collection. So next I will use blush, and this is the Fiona Stills Soft Cheek Veil in Pomegranate Walk. That's hard to say. And it just kind of looks like this, and this is high end as well. I got this out of like the rewards thing at Sephora, and I love this a lot, but there's a bunch of different palettes that have good blush, and just right now this is what I'm loving, and I don't really go with anything else. I have a lot of high-end blushes. I think that's why I don't have a blush that's my favorite. Morphe has a blush palette that I used to use, and it was amazing, and it's kind of like ruined at this point. So yeah, Morphe's, I think, a drugstore brand, just because of the price of things are kind of cheap, but they're mostly palettes, so I guess that's why they're cheap, and they're like $20 for like 30 shades. So yeah, it's pretty good. If you have not checked out Morphe, definitely check them out. But yeah, right now I'm just going to be using high end for my blush. I also love the Kylie Jenner Cosmetics blush, and that's also high end, just with the price. And so, not on camera, but in real life it looks like I'm doing a lot when I'm not really. It's just because when I put highlight on, it like cancels out the blush. But speaking of highlight, that is next. And the couple of things I like to use. First, for high end, I really like the Kylie Cosmetics highlight, and this is in French Vanilla. I use this in some video. I don't remember what video, but I used this in a video and it was amazing. So definitely check that out. If I find that video, I will link it down below or just go through my videos. And then, of course, I had to mention ColourPop. ColourPop is such an amazing brand for the price that they have. So this was like $15, I think. So I got 6 shades for $15, and I can show you what it was. And it came broken, my other palette, and they sent me a new. I don't know. Speaking of broken, freaking. Of course, the thing fell out. Why? I was gonna show you, but now one of my highlights just fell out again. Not again, but that was weird. So this is the I Love Your Face, Give Me More. It says Give Me More on this part, and then I Love Your Face ColourPop highlight palette, and the highlights are beyond amazing. I really, honestly, for the price, they're just amazing. So I've been using this palette lately, and then also Flexitarian is my go-to palette highlight by ColourPop. And then my other one is just this pink kind of highlight, and I love this just to give me that pink glow instead of just like a normal shimmer highlight. But if you're looking for a cheap highlight, go to ColourPop. ColourPop has an amazing range of highlights, and they just are beyond amazing. And honestly, I just get more and more, and I just need to stop because ColourPop is beyond amazing. And the fact that they're coming to Sephora is kind of going to be the death of my bank account. But they are definitely a drugstore price. So I will be using ColourPop, like always. I've been using that white shade. I'm just gonna go in with Flexitarian. So for my eyes, every day is every day, every month is a different palette. I don't have like a favorite palette, but most of my favorite palettes are high end. I just don't have a favorite in drugstore lately, or just any other time. They're mostly just high end palettes. And right now my favorite is the Urban Decay Basics palette. This is all matte shades, and yeah, I've just been loving this palette lately. So this is high end as well. just for like my inner corner, a color I really like lately is from the Nude Tude by the Balm palette. And this is Drugstore high-end. It's kind of between. And I like the standoffish color in this palette. And I just like to put this in my inner corners. Then for the rest of my eyes, I will be using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is my favorite mascara, and high-end, or the Lights Camera Lashes, sorry, I almost said that backwards, by Tarte. These are both high-end. And then my favorite drugstore mascara is the L'Oreal Carbon Black Voluminous Mascara. And I want to try the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. Apparently it's a good dupe for this one. And then for eyeliners, I like to use the Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D, which is high-end as well, for my lash line and for a wing. And then for my waterlines, I like to use the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus in Black Onyx. And this is the Drugstore and the Man Eater by Tarte, which is high-end. And this is very great just to have for your waterlines, just because it doesn't come off as much. And it's very black, and I like black. So if you're looking for a great waterproof eyeliner, I suggest the Wet n Wild H2O Proof by Wet n Wild. This is amazing, and it's very waterproof and very hard to get off. And this is Drugstore as well. Then I'm just using a eyelash curler. You can get these anywhere. This is probably from like CVS or something. And for my waterline, I'm just going to be using the Tarte one. So I like to do the Better Than Sex on my top lashes, and then the Lights Camera Lashes on my bottom lashes. So last, what I do in my makeup routine before I set my foundation, not my foundation, but set my makeup, is my lashes. And I pretty much only use Drugstore lashes because I don't actually know why, but that's just what I do. And I use the Ardell lashes and wispy, and I like the demi wispy ones. Also the Kiss ones. So this is what the Kiss Flirty lashes look like. I like these as a more dramatic lashes, and these are Drugstore, so yeah. Most of my lashes are just Drugstore. That's what I use. And my glue that I love to use is the Duo Lash Glue, and this is Drugstore as well. Let me just go get those on. I think we'll be done, and I had to just set my face. Okay guys, so my lashes are on, and the next thing is lips. So I kind of just use ColourPop. It's just what I love, and I love liquid lipsticks, and they don't feel as drying, and they stay on very well. But one of my favorite high-end is Kylie Cosmetics. I've mentioned her before. She just has amazing lip products, and Right now I'm just going to be using my Drugstore lipstick, ColourPop. But another favorite is the Revolution lipstick, and it's just Rain. Rain is my favorite one so far by them, but I'm going to be using ColourPop. I'm going to be using Love Muffin. Alrighty, so now I just need to set my face, and what I like to use is my All-Nighter Urban Decay setting spray, and that is high-end as well. So it just kind of looks like this, and I know apparently Morphe has a really good one, so that I consider a Drugstore as well, but I think they're sold out, so. Okay guys, and this is the finished look.
I can't handle these pressures, all I can say is the stress hurts. Things are supposed to get better, I just need to put myself first. I'm always trying my hardest, not to pick myself apart. This energy's killing my vibes now. Sometimes I just wanna drown out all of the thoughts in my mind. Too much going on at the same time. I wish it would stop and I've tried, but life just sucks and we all die.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Give it a big thumbs up so other people can find me as well, and comment down below anything you'd like me to do next. You can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, and my Facebook page. They'll be linked down below, as well as the Red Bottoms Facebook page and the Lions Blood Entertainment YouTube page, where Red Bottoms is out now. Also, the American Bigfoot Facebook page and the trailer to the movie is all linked down below. And I hope to see y'all in the next video and watching both of those as well. Bye!
I've patrolled these empty thoughts before, but I'm fixed now on the cure. I'm holding on to the lost rock on the mountaintop, and I'm begging for your love. Do you remember the type of folk we used to be, and the simple souls we used to see?